Hey guys, this is lesson check 7.4. Now I recorded this earlier, but a couple people said it was slightly different. So I just want to clear this up because I had the same thing. Okay, so this says AC. All right, so AC. I'm solving for AC. And I know the two pieces of the hypotenuse was cut into. There's a couple ways to solve this. Notice, let's look at the two things I know. I know the small side of the mom is x, and the long side of the mom is 4 and 5, which makes 9. So taking that ratio, I can look at the baby or the teen and create the same ratio. So look here on the teen. I know the small side, or that's the baby, I guess. Small side of the baby, long side of the baby. So small of baby is 4, long side of the baby is x. Notice I have a ratio here. Now, there's another way to solve this, but this is probably the cleanest way to solve it. And I get 6. Now, on another video I did it a different way, but again, my answer is still 6. All right, looking at question number 2, this is my altitude, and this is what I would call A and B. And I'm actually not solving for JL, but this is what I think I got wrong on the video. I just solved for ML and I stopped, but I needed one more step. So let's do that. So here, B is what I want to know. So I can set up this ratio, A over X, X over B, and X here is 6, so that's my altitude. And the two numbers the hypotenuse was cut in is A, 8, and then B. I don't know what B is. So when I cross multiply here, I get 8 is B, 36. So B is 4.5. Okay, 4.5. So this is 4.5, but now this says, what is JL? So if I think about this, this is 8, and this is 4.5. So the whole thing is 8 and 4.5. So I should put in here 12.5. Okay, and I think I just didn't take that last step on the last video. Now, why does this work? Again, I could have done it like the last one. It's like, this is what I'm solving for, JL. So I could call X what I'm solving for. I know nothing about the mom though, right? And that's the length of mom. So I know that this is going to be like a two-step problem. So that's why it's probably wise to break that down. The other part though is I could have found this part out. I know that's 10 because 6 squared plus 8 squared has to be JK squared. So I get 100. So notice if I take the square root of 100, I get 10. Right, so that's 10. So in a weird way, I could use this to solve for JL, if I call that X. I know the medium side of mom, 10, and the long side of mom, X. That's what I'm solving for. And then I can go to the teen. I know the medium side of the teen, which is 8. And I know the long side of teen, which is 10. And notice here, I can cross multiply to solve. 8 times X equals 10 times 10, which is 100. And I should get the same answer. 100 divided by 8. Still 12.5. Okay, so there's multiple ways to solve these as long as you're consistent in how you set up your ratio. So let's look at this one. In my teen here, I know the medium side of the teen and the long side of the teen. That's 16 and A. So when I got to be consistent here, I could go the medium side of mom, long side of mom. So what is that? So if I look at mom, the medium side here is A. The long side is 18. Now I can cross multiply to solve, but I don't really need to solve. They're saying which one is the same proportion. So if I cross multiply, I get A times A and 16 times 18. Here, if I cross multiply these, I get different things. So if I cross multiply this, I get 18A equals 16A squared. So those are not the same. Here, if I cross multiply, I get 18A squared and 16A. So those are not the same. Here I get 16A and 18A. Those are not the same. So this first one is the one I'm going to pick. And I can also, again, double check, how did they set up these ratios differently? So 18 was the long side of mom, long mom. A is medium mom. So 18 over A. Now, I can pick the teen, but I got to be consistent. Long teen, medium teen. So long teen is A, median teen is 16. Notice this matches perfectly. They were consistent in their labeling. Cool. Okay, let's talk about the last one. There's technically 3 geometric means, although we use this altitude probably most frequently. So the altitude or geometric mean cuts the hypotenuse into 2 pieces that we use. So the first piece, PS and QS, the geometric mean, would be that segment SR or RS, right? That's the one that's the most popular. And I believe if you go to the drop-down menu, it's RS. Okay, so now the next one, what would be in a ratio with PR? So PR would be the mid of these two, I believe. So let's try that out here. So that would be PQ, right? The blue one, and the red one, PS. Right? And so you're like, well, why would that be? Well, again, if something's the geometric mean, it shows up in 2 locations. And then those show up in 2 locations, the other 2 locations. So let's see, why would this be the consistent ratio here? If we look at this, PR is the long of the baby, PQ, or the long of the, no. PS is the short baby, PR is the long baby. So to be consistent, PR is the short of the mom, PQ is the long of the mom. See how that's consistent in my labeling. All right, last one. What would be the geometric mean of these 2 segments, PQ, so PQ and QS? And that actually would be this one. Again, so what would we call that? QR. And you'd ask, why would that be? Well, QR would be in a ratio twice, or in the same kind of butterfly, with these other 2 segments, PQ and QS. And the reason why here is that if we look at it, we see that QR is the medium side of the mom, PQ, long side of mom, QS is the medium of the teen, QR, long of the teen. Notice that would create a consistent ratio where QR would come up twice in that ratio. All right, that's it, guys. Thanks for joining us.